So a few years ago, I had this experience where I was traveling on a plane with my family, and if you ever done that before with little kids, you know that it's really challenging. And so somewhere in the midst of this hellish nightmare, about an hour and a half into the flight, my son starts screaming that he's got to go to the bathroom, and so I told my wife I'll take him. And he's about four. Name's Jonah, and so we walk back to the back, and I look at this bathroom. It's about this big, and so I decided I'll just let him go in there. I kind of gave him a pat on the back, just told him how to shut the door, and went back to my seat. My wife was upset because I let him go by himself, and I said he'll be all right. And a few seconds later, unfortunately, he starts screaming from the bathroom, "Dad!" So I make my way back there, shuffling past people, and I get back there, and he's panicked because he can't get out. He's stuck in there, and I'm trying to explain how to open the door, and he can't hear me, and he's, "Daddy, yeah!" And so I get down and low, and I'm trying to scream for him to open the door. Finally, my wife comes back, they're all screaming, and the stewardess comes back and shows us, "Well, you can just unlock it from out here," and she opens the door, and felt pretty dumb, and but he got out. The point is that in our world, we live in a world that's dark, that's scary, that Paul in Philippians says it's a crooked, perverse, dark place. But he says in Philippians that we are called as Christians to be lights shining like stars in the midst of that world. So I want to just talk to you about three practical ways. These aren't fluffy kind of out there things. Are just three practical things that you can do to be the light of Christ to the world. So the first thing, judge less. Now, I don't mean that in a cheesy bumper sticker kind of way. I mean that like we have the freedom to love people regardless of who they are and how they're acting. We're not the judge of the world, so we can love without having to worry that I love someone too much, or we're never going to get to the judgment seat of heaven and God says, "Sorry, you just love people too much." So what that means is that the person who's sleeping with their boyfriend, the gay friend that we have, or the person who looks different than us, that we don't have to scale back our love in order to show them that they are not right. We can just freely be the light to them. Second thing, pray. And I don't mean just pray by yourself. I mean pray with someone else. If you've never done that before, it could be kind of intimidating, but it's really cool. We have people in our lives tell us all the time things that are going bad in their lives, and a lot of times we say, "I'll pray for you." What if you just said, "Can I pray for you?" and you did it right then? There's something that is so cool about just praying with someone right then, that they are all of a sudden gone from a trapped place to a very open, free place. And third, invite. We have all kinds of access to the light of Christ, whether that is confession, mass, adoration, a retreat, prayer group, Bible study. There's all countless kinds of ways that we can plug into Christ. What if you invited some people that maybe even are unlikely into that light? All of a sudden, that's another light source. The latch comes unlocked, and they receive that freedom. So judge less, pray with people, invite people. God is calling you to be the light to the world this Lent. Can you do it?